Welcome to another edition of Rants, where I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. So earlier this week, I ranted about the Josh Donaldson, Tim Anderson brouhaha, and of course Josh Donaldson suspended for one game over his supposedly racist comment, which all it was him calling Tim Anderson Jackie, just kind of giving him a dig for an interview that Tim Anderson gave a couple of years ago where he compared himself to Jackie Robinson. And of course, Donaldson suspended for one game. Again, I still can't believe, given how Major League Baseball has just jumped into the woke pool, that he only got suspended for one game. But anyway, after that, players and broadcasters, they were just running to their microphones, running to social media, going, see, I'm condemning this as racism. I'm condemning this as racism. Look at me. I'm a good person. I'm virtue signaling over here. Well, I'll tell you what. There is one person out there who not only thinks that what Josh Donaldson said doesn't constitute racism, but he thinks he should take it a whole other level, as in taking a page out of the Weird Al Yankovic song, I'll Sue Ya, and, well, not sue Colorado because it looks a little bit like Wyoming, but sue Major League Baseball for this suspension. And that guy is Brandon Tierney from the WFAN show Tierney and Tiki. WFAN, man, when I was living back in New Jersey in high school and college, WFAN, I tuned into that one all the time. I wasn't even a New York sports fan, but I just thought WFAN sports radio was so entertaining. Anyway, here's what Tierney said. This comes from the WFAN site. Tierney said that he couldn't believe his ears over the suspension. He says, quote, baseball, you better look in the mirror and start being consistent. Stubby Clapp, did he get suspended when he grabbed Pete Alonso from behind? He should have been suspended. Again, this is an incident from a month ago during a Mets-Cardinals game where Cardinal coach Stubby Clapp grabbed Mets infielder Pete Alonso and practically body slammed him on the ground. But was Stubby Clapp suspended? Again, no. Also, the article goes on to say Donaldson is appealing the suspension, but Tierney says the Yankee third baseman should take it a step further, saying, quote, if I'm Josh Donaldson, I'm suing baseball. I know that sounds outlandish, but what they did to him was outlandish. Weak, gutless, predictable. That's baseball. And also, this is another thing that Tierney said about if Donaldson decides to take this to court. He said, quote, if he wins the lawsuit, the perception changes. Or if he loses the lawsuit, people say, man, this guy is really going the extra mile to prove he's not racist. And I'll tell you this, I totally agree with this. I think Josh Donaldson should sue Major League Baseball, not merely because the suspension he may feel was wrongful, but this could go into the category of defamation of character. Now, whether it truly is or not, I don't think I can say 100% it is, because, again, I'm not a lawyer. All my legal experience comes from watching lots and lots of episodes of Law and Order. So Donaldson actually needs to get himself a lawyer to see if he has a case when it comes to defamation of character. Because this is something that could not only affect his baseball career, this could affect his livelihood. This could affect him after he gets out of baseball and pursues other outside interests. And honestly, I just think the time has come to show the woke mob that they can't get away with stuff like this. And a good example of this is what happened a few months ago involving Oberlin College in Ohio. Now, the owners of a bakery near the college, Gibson's Bakery, they confronted an Oberlin student who was black. He was accused of shoplifting some wine. Well, students from Oberlin and also faculty and staff from Oberlin pitched a fit, saying that the bakery was racist. Protests were held. There was all kinds of efforts to try to boycott the bakery. The bakery's business obviously suffered, and Gibson's Bakery said, well, we're not going to take this lying down. They'd sued Oberlin College, and they won that lawsuit, and Oberlin has to shell out somewhere in the area of $30 to $40 million for laying down a false claim of racism. And I will suggest to Josh Donaldson that he goes for that lawsuit because, again, this isn't just some rando on Twitter calling Donaldson a racist. This is Major League Baseball making a huge deal of this, suspending him for that comment. And as I said before, this is something that could jeopardize his livelihood, not just currently, but after he leaves baseball. And when you make a false allegation of racism, and I don't think that what Donaldson did was racist, and a lot of other people out there don't think it was racist, but the time has come to show a lot of these organizations and others that if you make a false claim of racism to someone and it can affect the way they make a living, well then, you know what? It's time for you to pay the piper. And hopefully Donaldson gets on his phone and goes, Ephraim and Ziphius law firm. I want to retain your services and I want to take MLB to the cleaners, baby. Well, now a word from our sponsor. Does your toilet have rings that always need cleaning? Do you have hard water spots on your shower doors? Calcium buildup on your faucets? Just imagine what all of that is doing to the inside of your washing machine, dishwasher, refrigerator, your hot water heater. What about the pipes inside your body? Buy a filter or be a filter. You can have clean, mineral-rich water without the buildup of unwanted toxins in your body and throughout your whole home. Call Vicki Johnston today at H2O Health and Water Solutions at 928-899-7504 or stop in and see her at the Gateway Mall. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in to another edition of Rust Rants. Be sure to follow KYC on all of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Vimeo. Be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, leave a comment on this Rust Rants episode, and also check us out at kyca.info. Till next time, I'll see ya.